tribute to Alex Vasia. Obviously, the stakes are very high right now in the World Series. What's it mean to you and your team to have your opponents recognize the very real life stuff that's going on with him?
It's everything. I didn't learn that until after the game last night, and I think it really speaks to the brotherhood of athletes, Major League Baseball players, that they'll all say that, you know, baseball is what we do, but it's not who we are. And for these guys to recognize Alex and, you know, what he and Kay have gone through, it's heartbreaking. Is not even a good enough descriptor, but for them to acknowledge that, it just speaks to how much respect and love they have for one another. It's a huge tribute to Alex. Yeah.
We'll go to Fabian in the next row.
Yeah, Dave Yamamoto was moving around a little bit. Is he available tonight as well?
We'll see how he is in catch play, but he said that if he feels good, he's definitely interested.
The fourth row on your left, Sonia.
Dave, the rotation has been so big for this team all postseason. How much confidence does it give you to have so many of them, and possibly Yoshinobu too, available tonight?
It's amazing, but yeah, I mean, it's, you know, pitching is tough. It's tough on the mind, the body, and for each one of these guys to want to take the baseball and raise their hand and say, "Pick me, I'm available," is pretty remarkable for a manager to look out and say everyone wants to, you know, take part. So they've been the backbone, certainly for the second half of the season for our club, and you know, they all want to participate, which is amazing.
And Yoshinobu especially saw this in Game 3 when he got up in the pen and warmed up, but you know, he hasn't even really gone on regular rest. You know, what does it say about him that he's trying to be part of these important games?
Character, compete. All of the above. It's just, you know, because it's past the physical. This is the mental part of it, where he's as strong mentally as a guy as I've seen.
Go to the third row on your left.
Dave, you've been in a lot of Game 7s, a lot of elimination games, a lot of winner-take-all games, but as far as managing a World Series Game 7, you have that 2017 against the Astros experience. What did you learn from that game that you can apply to this game?
You know, we got behind early. I think it was the second inning. I still felt that there was a lot of baseball left. I think this is going to be a different game. I hope it's going to be a different outcome. But I don't know. I do think that you got to manage with urgency, but we gave up a 2-out double. So and that's kind of was the tail of the game. So I wouldn't say I learned anything about that particular game. It's a different team. It's 8 years from then. So we have a different group. So I'm going to watch and read and react and do whatever I can to, you know, put players in a position to win.
Jack up front on your left.
Was it a long conversation with Shohei?
No, Shohei, we don't have long conversations.
And was there any kind of debate about trying to use him in relief later, or was like starting always the thing that just kind of made the most sense given?
It just made the most sense given what it allows for the runway.
And then what do you expect from him, you know, even on short rest, just the way he's going to handle this moment, given the way he's kind of risen to previous big moments in the past?
I expect him to show well. Just don't know how long, but we got to wait and see how it looks. And then if he's rolling, he's going to keep pitching.
Stay there with Ron.
Was the rule, in the way it's written, kind of the decisive factor in using him as a starter rather than relief, knowing that if you brought him in relief, you might have to manipulate the batting order and put him?
Yeah, that's part of it, certainly, yes.
Was that the decisive factor?
No, that's a factor, but also just, again, having him start, it gives you an opportunity to kind of see, you don't kind of pigeonhole him in his usage or what. The game is 0-0, and you can have him start and then give him a runway to see how the game plays out.
Third row on your left, Tyler.
Dave, everybody knows that the Dodgers spend money, but a lot of other teams spend money too, a lot of money. What does the Dodgers do beyond that has brought about such sustained success that maybe eludes other teams?
Yeah, thanks, Tyler. I think that people just overlook the fact that every year we probably have the top 5 farm system in baseball. This year I think we probably have number 1 or number 2. We pick at the bottom of the draft every year, towards the bottom. And we still have young guys, whether by way of trade or development, that continue to, help contribute. So I think that, on the business side, I think that we do a great job of marketing our organization. So it's pretty buttoned up, and I think we have great people and obviously great ownership too.
Standing in the back left, Jason.
Dave, I'm sure you've heard the expression that the two best words in baseball are Game 7. I wonder if that is true.
That depends, who you ask.
Right. Is it true for
I wouldn't
the
say a
manager?
manager, Jay. As a sports fan, which I am first, yes, I agree with you. But as a manager, it's there's just a lot of decisions that are made that aren't made. But yeah, it's bananas, and there's nothing like a Game 7 in all of sport.
I mean, I'm sure you recognize how epic and memorable Game 7s always are. But as you go into managing one, do you feel the weight of that?
Not until this question. I felt pretty good. No, you know what? I love our guys. I love our players, and we got to go out and play a good baseball game. So yeah, we're going to use more players. That's just kind of the nature of a Game 7. You've got to manage on the margins, manage with more urgency than even in the regular postseason game. But outside of that, you got to play good baseball.
Third row on your right, Pete.
Dave, have you come to any conclusions about what makes Kike such a good postseason player?
Next level focus, high baseball acumen, ability to manage the heartbeat, not afraid to fail. And so those are probably a few things that make him a consistent postseason performer.
He said earlier when he was in here that he was 7 feet away from where the card told him to be on that play last night, but he kind of had the instinct that it might be a little shallow. Did you see that developing as you were watching it? Or
I didn't see it developing, but it's not surprising, and I do encourage our guys to be humans and not robots and not be beholden to a card. And it's played by humans, and Kike is a heck of a baseball player with great feel, and that feel helped him double off Barger last night.
The last row on your right, Doc.
Hi, you opened the season in Tokyo and finishing in Canada, and you have so many players from so many different countries, like Japan, Korea, Cuba, Dominica. Like, do you think how this World Series mean to the baseball world, and also like how much impact given to the sports itself?
I think baseball, the interest is at an all-time high worldwide. I think that, we've traveled from starting in Tokyo. We've logged a lot of miles this year, the Dodgers. But, yeah, I mean, we're a very diverse team. Baseball industry is very diverse as far as accounting for a lot of different countries. The brand of baseball has been fantastic. I think it's, certainly fitting that we are playing a Game 7. Where there's going to be a lot of interest. But, yeah, I'm proud to be a small piece of this, and, hopefully we can put on a show tonight.
Second row on your left, Jordan.
Having now battled for 6 games, what has stood out to you about the Blue Jays as an opponent compared to maybe before the series started?
They're just they're gritty. They're tough. They play the game the right way, coach well, run well. A lot of respect for them.
We'll go to the back with Anthony.
Hey, Doc. You were talking earlier about, the things you guys do above and beyond the payroll. And part of that is, you got 3 future Hall of Famers at the top of your lineup, which a lot of teams would love to have, but that is necessarily always cohesive, stars playing together. What is it about this group? Why does that work so well?
It works because of the character. There's stars on every team, but when you have your stars that value the little things, that value practice, that value oneness, unselfish, whether it's in the order, batting order, or days off, whatever it might be, trying to make people around them better. Very selfless guys, and just consistent performers, how they go about it. So it makes my job a lot more fun. And, yeah, I think that the talent is one thing, but when you're talking about 162 and winning year in and year out, it's a character thing and not just a talent, because there's talent all over. But, we've identified some special talented players, but also their character for me exceeds their talent. It really does.
Do a few more. The second row on your left.
Hi, Dave. How do you compare this World Series to the ones you managed in the past, talking about level of intensity?
So, yeah, the Astros 17 was pretty intense. Yeah, the Red Sox, that was intense. The bubble was different, but certainly intense. Last year was playing the Yankees was pretty bananas. It's right there with them. I mean, they're all, you know, you're one of two teams left. So they're all intense in their own right. They're all different. But now when you're talking about a game 7 for everything, and there is no tomorrow, so it's probably as intense as it gets.
Anything else for Doc? We'll finish with Jack.
You going to give a pregame speech?
No need. These guys are on autopilot right now. They don't need me.
We'll do one last one with Jim behind you.
Kind of expounding on that, when Kike was in here, he had the Believe headband and he had the Failure is Not an Option t-shirt. Yeah, I think he was trying to be a walking inspirational billboard. But are there guys on this team that will do something rah-rah before the game, or will at least talk to guys and remind them, if needed, of what's at stake here?
Not what's at stake. I think that Kike and Migiro are probably the guys that are kind of the emotional leaders on the team, though. Emotional vocal leaders.
Would it maybe be, though, rather than firing guys up, maybe calming guys down?
I don't think our heart rate's up. I think our guys are pretty calm to a man. I really do.
All right, Doc, thank you so
All right,
much.
thanks,
Good luck.
guys. Yep.